Hello, everyone. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's continue our complete beginner's guide to Kenshi. And our two warriors, Meow and Hot Longs, are recovering after a difficult ordeal. So, as they rest, it's time to move on to new heights with our base. Now, we did some combat just so I could show you guys what it was like to get into a fight there and how you might do that. And it's going to be easier for us and better for us, more productive to get even more experience if we have more people. And I kind of want to get our gang a little bit bigger before we start doing that again. So we're resting at full speed, and let's just check everybody out. You see that Meow is almost completely back to normal, and Hot Longs is doing well, except she was hungry, but she ate, and then her leg is just about fully recovered. Now, while we rest, let's look at the research screen and see, is there anything that we want to research? Well, yes, there's a ton of things. However, we don't have the books to do it. So we need books to make that happen. So let's just check on Tutorial Dude and his inventory. He has some iron plates. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to just, offload these iron plates into our storage with our building supplies. And we don't have any copper, and we don't have any iron. So we're low on money. We have no books, but luckily we've got a ton of food. So it's time to just get the gang back together and make some money, okay? So what we're going to do is say, all right, Meow is healed up and so is Hot Longs. So all you got to do is once you feel like your person is healed up enough, just select them and then just kind of give them a move order, right-click somewhere, and they'll stand up. And then right-click them, they'll wake up. And then if they have a job, they'll go do it. So, for example, Hot Longs, go do your job, and Meow, do your job. I want Meow to be back on passive mode. We can have them both sneak to go mine in the dark. Now, one of the things about mining in the dark is that it's terrible for you because your output is reduced by your poor visibility. So you can build a torch or you can build a campfire out here. Now, what I could do, if I go to the build menu and I just say I want to build, a torch post, it just costs one building material, okay? And you see how it's green, which means like I can actually build a torch over here to help them see. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to build a torch like right there, okay? And I'm going to say confirm. And then I'm going to have Tutorial Dude, who his only job right now is to work on the building or the research, and he says, I don't have any building materials, but we do. We just go over here, and, actually that wasn't him saying that. Anyway, we'll just put these in his backpack. Just one is good for now. And then Tutorial Dude, I'm going to have him go over to this spot where we built the torch. It's a little bit hard for us to see it, but if we just run him over here, okay, he will indeed find this and build it, okay? So we're just going to run everybody over here. Now, we got to watch people, make sure there's no shenanigans, okay? We don't want anyone to get killed. So I am going to sneak Tutorial Dude. And once he gets here, he should automatically try to build this. Let's just see if he does that on his own there. No, not yet. So you can see it's right here. It's a little bit difficult. And I just right-click on it with him. And he's going to do it. And he did it. So now there is some light over here, okay? And we have two workers at an 80 quality copper node working at 80% efficiency, all right? And this should definitely help them. Maybe if I move them even closer. Okay. There they go, and now they're rolling. Okay, now Tutorial Dude is not doing anything, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a place for him to work to make us money and just find some more areas that are useful to us. So I'm going to, in terms of resource nodes, because when we get more people in our group, we're going to want to basically have them go out and make us money through mining right now, because that's how we're kind of making our cash. All right, so let's go over here and just keep running over here. Now, at this point, I'm far enough away. I'm going to prospect, okay, in the bottom right corner. I'm going to click prospect with tutorial dude, and I'm going to select copper, and I'm going to be like, okay, there's copper right over here. Okay, so let's move the camera to where that's at. And, you know, sometimes it's hard to, for me to get it. Okay, it's right here. And, okay, is that it right there? Let's just move this guy over here. All right. And I'm going to unpause it. And I'm going to say, is this a copper node? It is. Okay. So this copper resource is 80 quality, but it's only 40% efficiency, so it's not the best place to work. It's kind of like mostly buried, and it only takes one worker, but that's good enough. So while I have jobs selected, I'm just going to shift right-click with tutorial dude. Jobs are on, and it gives him a third job, and it's below medic and below operate machine, so he's going to now do this for us. So he's going to roll it and just start mining, okay? So this will help us just accumulate wealth. And we can zoom way out and just keep an eyeball on everyone, or just look at their portraits and see when they get red. All right? And that's good. In the meantime, I'm running at full speed. I'm just going to go into our base, okay? And I'm going to check. Sometimes it's hard to see inside your base unless there's somebody in there, unfortunately. I was going to check to see how much copper we had, but just show them the gear every single time they ask for it. And roll in. And she's dropped off a bunch. Actually, what we can do is just momentarily hijack Hot Longs and just have her, give her a move order to go back in here. Hey, Hot Longs, where are you going? Here she goes. And I'm going to tell her to go inside. Okay, and I just want to see how much we have. We have 5 copper. Okay, fine. And then we're going to just let her go. And she should eventually, you know, go back to... She ate, and she's leaving, and he's dropping... Tutorial dude's coming to drop off stuff, too. All right. Hot Longs is working on her stealth. So the nice thing, too, about Sneak is that while you have it... oh, Tutorial dude, are you being seen by the guards, or what's going on here? Yeah, okay. The nice thing about sneaking, too, is that, yeah, you know, it helps you observe if you're under threat or you're seen. But it also just trains, like when you're moving by the guards, so you're slowly getting your, you know, your stealth up there. A lot of players really enjoy boosting up Sneak to make money by stealing from merchants. You would save the game, of course, first, and then you can, like, pickpocket, try to steal their inventory. Rob from them, basically, once you get your sneak high enough, and then you can just get a ton of money that way. It's up to how you want to play it. Who's this dude? This is Saru, who is very difficult, so we'll just leave them alone. Okay. Now, if you want to sneak and steal, you can totally do that. What you would want to do is, of course, practice just sneaking around in town, or even better, around some starving bandits, or a starving bandit that you have, like, crawling because you've injured them to the point where they can't move very easily, and you can, like, sneak around them and just level up your sneak so that you can more easily, you know, steal from the inventories and the people in the town if you want to go that route. I like to have an honest life out here in Kenshi and make my way by just mining and providing resources, and in another fun way, which you'll see if we can get to that point. So tutorial dude now, I'm going to just have him selected and just follow him. I'm going to turn off his job for the moment. I'm just going to remove that mining job for the moment, and I'm going to run over here with him, and I'm going to see how much do we have. All right, so now we have 15 copper, which is a good amount. And we can go, okay, over here. And let's go sell our copper. And tutorial dude is in here. And I'm going to just, don't punch him. Let's just try to talk to this guy. Here, let me stop sneaking. And there you go, talk to him. Okay, and show me your goods. Okay, where are you going? What happened? Anyway, oh, I forgot. I still have jobs on. So turn off the jobs. Go ahead and sell them this and this. All right, and that gets us to 2,700 cats. So we're really getting close to being able to recruit another 3,000 cat person, but I'm going to buy a few research books, just 2 for now, while we get some more money coming in. I'm going to go over here, and let's see. Let's go to the bench, and let's dump these books in, like that. And then let's open up research. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to go to... let's see. Crafting. And... we are okay on this, I think. Let me see. What you doing? Did you put them in there? Yeah, you did. Let's see. So if I want to get this... oh, I need research bench level 2. That's right, of course. So we need to build a research bench. So let's do that. Let's go to build, and let's go to tech and research bench 2. All right, now this is going to cost 10 iron plates, so that's a lot. But let's just rotate this and see where we could possibly build this within our base, okay? And let's see. Sometimes it's not the easiest thing to fit. It's enormous. Okay, and could we build it upstairs? Not really. Okay, so here's what we're going to have to do. We're going to go down, and I want to build it, all right, over here. But I believe that this torch and potentially this dummy are blocking the way. So what we're going to say is we're going to escape out of that. We're going to go back to build, but we're going to kind of right-click on... we need to dismantle this. So let me right-click and say dismantle, okay? And he should just take this apart. So this is our training dummy. And we can move this to someplace else, but we need a lot of space inside of our house. And I'm going to move this torch too. So he's working on moving this out of the way. Put this upstairs. You can put this over by the beds if you want. We don't need it that badly at this point, now that we are doing combat. Okay, and then now, just pick this up, pick these plates up, and there you go. So now let's go to the build menu and say, all right, I want to build research bench 2, and I want to build it, here, let me move my guy over here, or over here actually, and we're going to go to build, and I'm going to go to tech, research bench 2, and let's see if we can get this baby in here. There we go. So once it turns green, you're good to go. And I'm going to try to move it, like, you know, as far away as I can to maximize space. But that looks good. And we're going to confirm it. Okay? He's going to try to build it. But he's going to run out of plates eventually here. We'll just let him go. Build up as much as he can. And come over here and take out all of these plates and go back to building. Let's see, how much more do we need? So you can see if you select your building with left click and you look over here, it says under construction, and it tells you how many iron plates you've added out of how many it needs, okay? So it says 6 more building materials will be needed to complete this construction, but by building materials, they mean iron plates. So let's go get some more, all right? There we go. And I had 2 more in my bag. I don't know why he didn't add the rest of them, but now he will. And now we just need 4 iron plates. Okay, so we can go over here, and we've got some copper to sell. So let's go to the general store and finish this project. Do. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, camera. All right, go in here. There it goes. Okay. And we're going to go talk to general store guy. He says, welcome. And we're like, let's trade. And we're going to buy, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 for now. And I'm not buying more than I need at the moment, only because I'm being stingy and I'm saving up for another hireling. Once we get that other person in our group, then, you know, we can splash around a bit. So let's just go tell him to finish this up. So this is research bench 2. Okay. Now, I'm going to take the books out of research bench 1, okay, and dismantle it. And then I'm going to also build a torch over here for working, okay? So research bench 2 is done. I'm going to open this, and I'm going to just, let's see, open this, and you can't have both windows open at the same time. All right, so I'm just going to drag these over here, like that. And then I'm going to open this one and his window and just put those books in there. Now, I'm going to right-click and I'm going to say just... Actually, no, wait. Let me build a torch first. Lighting torch. And we can just build it, like, right there. Confirm. And he's going to build that up. He's got it. And then now we're going to dismantle this. You really only need 1 research bench. You know, we want to save space. Get the supplies back. If you have 2 research benches, the advantage is obviously that you can have 2 people researching at once, okay? So that's not a bad thing, but you don't really need that in my opinion. All right, and let me then go to research and let's make some better stuff. So I would like to work on... What do we want? What do we want? Okay. We can... I'm going to learn how to make sleeping bags like that. Okay? And we're going to just put his job back on, but we need to give him another job because he was set to work on the other research bench. So I'm going to close his job and then just shift right-click on this. Now it says operating machine research bench 2. So make sure he's working at the right bench. He's in the light. He's rolling. Okay. And here comes Meow with some ore to drop off. So while we're researching, we're just helping the cash flow in. Okay. And we're done with that research. So let's see if there's anything else we can research with, you know, the singular book that we have. Corpse disposal, exterior lighting, light post, cooking, okay, iron plates, weapon melting. Let's go ahead and get ourselves cooking, okay? And we're going to just research that while we go. It's midnight. We're making money. We're researching. My goal for us at the moment, okay, and while once Tutorial Dude gets done researching this and it's midnight, I'm going to start building up what I want to do. And this is something I did in my Let's Play. It was a tip that was given by our buddy Frankie. And, you know, I was just trying to craft stuff and maybe make my own armor and things like that. And you, of course, you want to be able to make your own really awesome weapons and armor and things like that, particularly armor. I've heard that crafting weapons is kind of more of a trap, depending, but what we want to do is make items, craft items to make money. And a great efficient way to make money is to make bandanas. So we're going to make bandanas and make a bandana empire so that we can sell beautiful headgear to people all around. Now, what we want to do is go to the build menu, and in the crafting screen, we need a clothing bench, okay? And I'm just going to put this on the roof. You can put this wherever you want. The downside of putting stuff on the roof is that if there's a dust storm, it is prohibitive, whereas if you're inside, it's a little better. But there's a lot of space on the roof for us right now, so I'm just going to kind of put it up here. And there's some upsides of it too, which I'll show you later. But let's go ahead and just put this clothing bench. Okay, I'm going to try to get it as far in the corner as I can. Now, let me tell you about a tip when building upstairs. Okay, I'm going to build this right here. Do not build anything near where the stairs come up, because even though it might be green and give you space, you can block the way up if you put anything over by the steps. So you always have to give them enough room to get up the steps. So there we go. We've got a clothing bench. Okay, I'm going to build a loom. All right, and I'm going to build this loom kind of over here for now. I'm not going to build it right next to the clothing bench because I want to leave enough space for the storage that's appropriate for this kind of crafting. All right, so like we want, for example, armor storage, okay, up here, so that when we finish building it, it goes into the armor storage and they just dump it in there for us. So anything that gets crafted, they can just drop it off right there. And then we're also going to want a fabric chest, okay? So we're just going to come down here and here it is, fabric chest, and I'm going to put it over here next to the loom. Okay, and then I'm going to say confirm, and now we're going to try to build all of this. Now, we don't have the materials for it, but I'm going to go to tutorial, dude, and I'm going to just right-click on this, open it up, and I'm going to give him all of these building materials. I'm going to push the floor up, and I'm going to specifically tell him to work on this. Now, this requires iron plates, building material, iron plate, building material. So, unfortunately, the building materials are only going to work for the chests that we need, so let's just do that for now. No problem. And we'll go over here. Now, some of the stuff, like making our own iron plates or farming, there's a lot of crafting and things that we can't do at the moment in town. Like, some stuff is going to require us to have our own base somewhere outside of town that's far enough away where we can do bigger projects, okay? But in my opinion, we don't need to do that just yet. I don't want to just rush into building a base because, like I said, once we build a base, even though it sounds awesome and is fun, every enemy in the area, every faction in the area will be alerted, and they might, come knocking and see if we have anything nice. And we want to have a pretty strong team that's ready to defend the base before we do that. So the great way to do that is to just build up our team by recruiting more members and getting money so that we can give them good gear and have enough food to feed everybody, all that stuff. So now we've built these two chests, okay? It's 2:19 a.m., and let me see. Let's go back downstairs with you and just check in here. All right, I'm going to put all these building materials back. And to be honest, how much copper do we have? We have 10. That's great. Let's just take all this copper out, and let's go to the bar. Now the bar is open, and let's talk to the keep, and show me what you got. And I need to turn him off jobs for a second. He's like running away. What we want right now is to sell him all this copper. He'll buy it. Here's the money he has up here, so he has enough money to buy all this. Now we're at 4,300 money. Okay? So I'm going to buy, a little bit of dried meat from this guy just to keep our supply up, because, as I said, as we start to fill up with more people, the less food we're going to have and be sustained by dried meat, and we're going to start to have to branch out into things like meat wraps, which is more expensive, but our money output should compensate for it if we're doing things correctly. I'm going to now take all of our money and run over here and go into the flop house and see if there's anybody who wants to work for us. So let's see who's in here. This is Ruka. Ooh, let's go over to, if you see Ruka in your game, or Ruka, however you want to pronounce that, run over to her and talk to her. So Ruka, okay, is just chilling, and you can left click and you'll notice she has a bit of a different appearance than everyone else because her horns are, and her spikes are kind of like broken off. But talk to her, and she says, looking at my horns, flat skin, and do not insult her, okay? Be cool with her. Say, I really couldn't care less about your horns. Good, because I can still prove my worth in battle without them. I have a few questions for you, Flatskin. What do you do if you're outnumbered on the battlefield? Now, you can answer this however you want, but if you want her to join you, you need to kind of impress her and talk about how awesome you are as a warrior. And you can say, you know, is there a choice? You keep fighting till the end, surrender, play dead, you hightail it out of there, fight tactically, take out the weakest opponent first, okay? So I'm going to say, you hightail it out of there and run, because I'm just, you know, being honest. And then she's like, so you take the coward's way out, and then you have to live with that awful shame. Surely that's a worse fate than death. And then what I say is, not at all. Appreciate your survival. Don't dwell on the past, okay? And she says, interesting, but surviving is for animals, not warriors. Warriors fight to the death. We die with honor on the battlefield. But I didn't die. I awoke, surrounded by death, but still alive. They labeled me a deserter and cut my horns on my return. I'm no longer a warrior, but a servant. And then you can say what you want, but try to be complimentary. Say something like, you lost your horns, but at least you're still alive to fight again. Or you could say, but you fought bravely. You didn't deserve that. Perhaps, either way, I will not remain here as an unclad warrior, but you seem different to the other outsiders I've met, Flatskin. Let us band together. I am intrigued to fight alongside you. And then you say, whatever you want. Again, this is Kenshi. Do what you want, right? That's what's beautiful about the game. Just do what you want. But I'm going to say it will be an honor, and then she will join you. So you can see, this is her. You can change her appearance. I'm just going to keep it. Say confirm, and then I'm going to pause it, and look at this. We got a new person, and she's free. Okay, so Ruka comes to you free, and if you look in her inventory, she comes with a big two-handed weapon, a plank. She comes with a shirt, some nice armor, and a first aid kit even. And if you go to her character panel, she has good stats. She has weapon training. She has some higher stats here. So she's a really strong warrior, stronger than anybody else that we've got. So she's terrific to get, and she's free. So if you see her, she's not always in the bar, but she comes here, and if you see her, get her, okay? Because it's just like, you know, you get a free Shek warrior. What's not to like? Now, in addition, I still have some money, so I'm going to talk to this dude, Chang, and looking for protection. I am. How much are you charging? And he says 6,000. So, sorry, this isn't going to work. He wants more money because he's not level 1. So we skip him, and we try to find somebody who is terrible. You're from the outside, aren't you, Kin? Rarity, I assume you're here to find fresh recruits? Yes, I am. And then Soto says, my price is 3,000 cats. And I say, boom, you're hired. Okay, so we got another female Shek warrior who is in our group. And push C, you can see she has like 1 in most skills. All of her stats are about 1, and she's just a kind of blank slate. So now, just like that, we've expanded our group to 5, okay? And that is tremendous. So what we're going to do is, it is 3 a.m., okay? I'm going to take Soto, Ruka, and Tutorial Dude, just shift left-clicking everybody, and telling them to kind of come back to the base for now, all right? And I'm going to have them run over here, but let's speed it back up all the way so that they move quickly. Okay, here they go. And I'm going to pause it. I'm going to take Soto, okay? And I'm going to have Soto roll over here. I'm going to give her jobs. Okay, she's on the jobs panel. We're going to just obviously shift left click on medic just to give her the medic job. But then I'm going to shift right click on operating machine so that she will work this copper node for us. I'm going to put her on sneak, and she's going to go get us copper, make us some more money. Remember, she will in her automated fashion, she will come up here, get food out, okay, whenever she needs it, and she will drop off copper whenever she's done. Now, I'm also going to take Tutorial Dude and Rucka with us, and I'm just going to wander over here with them. And they're running fast because they're not sneaking, all right? And let's go ahead and actually sneak with them just so we don't get into any difficulty. Okay, now they're sneaking. I'm going to just... You can always just shift to drag a box to select people as well, okay? And I'm going to go and right here, you can see there's a node of some kind. Let's move over here and see what this is. Okay, I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to prospect with Tutorial Dude. And I'm going to look for copper. Is there any other copper that's nearby? And unfortunately, not really. So, because it's so close, it's not as much money, but it's some money. So what I'm going to have is, I'm going to tell Rucka, okay, I'm going to take her to jobs, and I'm going to give her a medic job, and I'm going to have her on passive. Did I put Soto on passive? I'm going to put her on passive too. This will just help them not aggro as much and make it easier to run, potentially. And then, okay... And I don't want them to pick fights. Rucka, I'm going to give her the job. This is an iron resource, okay? And I'm going to just shift right click it, and she's going to get us iron. Now, because I'm going to take Tutorial Dude, and I'm going to turn jobs back on, and I'm going to get a research project going of some kind to get him to come back. Let's get storage boxes crafting done, okay? And I'm going to unpause it. Tutorial Dude's coming back home. Rucka is working, and Soto is working, and now we have 5 people, and they're making us cash, okay? Remember, let's get back into the base so I can show you this. And Tutorial Dude, I'm going to turn off his sneak. Okay, we built an iron ore storage, so Rucka will just drop her iron ore off here. There's no copper waiting for us, but I'm going to take Tutorial Dude over to the food storage, okay? And you can see we're already down to 11. I'm going to dump, I'm going to keep 1, but I'm going to dump all of this other food in there for our sheks who are out there mining for us. Now, I'm going to unpause it. He's going to go back to working, okay? And it is 5:20 a.m. So at this point, Hot Longs is coming back to drop off some copper. Soto is going to drop off the copper when she gets it done, and Rucka will drop off her iron. And what we're going to do is we're just going to keep researching, making money. We need to then use our money on these things. Keeping our food stocked up, buying research books so we can continue to research, and we need to buy iron plates so that we can finish our crafting station up here, and we'll start Tutorial Dude working on raising his crafting once we get all of this built. So we need iron plates, we need food, we need research books. Then, once all of that gets stabilized, we can start to make enough money to hire more people and continue expanding our group. So this is kind of the loop that we're in now. And also, of course, if we see a fight that we feel like we want to get in, we can do that. We can go throw down and train up our fighting with some starving bandits. But now we have a bigger team to do that with. Okay, so everyone, I hope you're still finding this guide series to be useful. Remember, the thing about Kenshi always is just have fun. Just do what you want, okay? I'm just showing you the basics, the controls, trying to explain the different mechanics in the game so that you get the skills necessary to enjoy the game in your own way. You don't have to do it exactly like me, and in fact, you won't do it exactly like me, most probably. You'll do your own thing. You'll get bored, or you'll want to do something different from how I'm doing it, and that's fine. It lets you do whatever you want. So just remember to just have fun, save your game often, and, go slow, and you will start to build up a formidable force in Kenshi. Everyone, take care.